All right. Good evening. I would like to bring to order the August 11th meeting of the Sandwich Board of Health. My name is David Laskowski. I'm the chairperson. Attending tonight is
Susan Tuvig.
Susan Tuvig and David Laskowski. And from the Department of Health is
Heather Line.
And
Michelle Raymond.
Michelle Raymond. Thank you. Please note, this meeting is live streamed on Sandwich Community Television, SCTV, which can be accessed on your local Comcast channel. It'll be rebroadcast tomorrow and available on the SCTV website at www.sandwichtv.org to view. Per town bylaw, meetings are audio recorded. If anyone intends on recording this meeting, please notify the chairman. Now we will begin with the agenda items. Okay, I think this is going to be a relatively quick meeting. The agenda is kind of thin. But the first agenda item is actually other business, and it's an update regarding the opioid working group. Dr. Ron Hurley, who's the other member of the Board of Health, is not feeling well, so he couldn't attend. But I think we all saw the article in the Enterprise that summarized what the town's doing with the first slug of money from the opioid settlement. I thought it looked really good. I would love to have heard Ron's opinion on it. Now, Heather, you were part of the final group that made that decision. Do you have anything you want to add to like what the decisions were? And
I don't have anything additional.
Yeah. I mean, I think the town did a nice job with it. I mean, I think they did due diligence. They contacted the community, got input from the public, and have come up with a nice menu of things they want to do with at least this first, I think it's what, $150,000 is the first slug of money that they're going to be spending. I think that's what it is. Okay, are there any other updates from the health department?
Nothing additional, nothing beyond what, just routine business pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, busy season, seasonal stuff's busy, of course, but, we're always busy, but seasonal, summertime is particularly busy, so.
Okay.
But nothing major to share.
Okay. So the only other thing I wanted to bring up at this time, did you have any other business, Susan, that you want to bring?
Thank you.
The only other thing I wanted to bring up then, like I said, there's going to be a quick meeting, is so starting in July, Mike Avila, who's the other member of the Department of Health, has been sending to the Board of Health meetings communication, copying the board members on communication that the department has with people out in the community, whether it's establishments or homeowners. And I think that's a really good idea, and I think we really appreciate being included on that. We had been talking for a while how best to sort of make us, the board, aware of kind of what's been going on, and we've discussed having you come and summarize. This is the simplest way. Just, if we can just routinely, as a matter of course, on all communication coming out, not all communication coming out of the Department of Health on activities that you're involved in and just copying us. One of the things Mike sent out was an email. So the simplest thing on an email is just CC the three of us. And I guess some of the communication that the department sends out are certified letters. So on those, I think just indicating on the letter that the Board of Health is copied, and then based on, we don't want to have you real busy, but whenever you can, just forward to us an electronic copy of those letters. I think that's just the simplest, most straightforward way, and then we're aware of what's going on.
And if you're pleased with how July went, it was all Mike.
Really? That's great.
And we did speak with him. He's on vacation this week, but
Okay.
we did speak with him, and he said that he would stick with this plan if that's good, instead of recreating the wheel.
Absolutely.
And I like that he's doing it.
Yeah. Well.
That's great. And of course, if he needs assistance, he will come to me, and we'll do whatever. But this is the plan. And it worked out well the first time out, right?
I think that this is the simplest way to keep, as long as, that way we can see what's going on. And, we realize the reality is a lot of that stuff probably is never going to come before the board unless something really blows up and turns into an issue. But we're aware of it. And that's the easy, just, especially emails, geez, just see. And then if any of us have a question individually, we could call, Heather, you, Mike, and then that's not an open meeting issue, you know, we just get some clarification. And geez, that's just, I don't know why we just didn't think of that, you know, when we've been discussing this, just copy us some stuff.
This team is pretty new.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
it seems like it's been forever, but we're still learning to, you know, but it's a great team.
Yeah,
We really done
I-
a lot.
I thought that was great, the stuff Mike sent, I said, okay, good. This is,
And I know that Ron was happy with it too.
yeah, I know Ron was. Susan, do you have any comments on that?
Nope.
Yeah, I thought that was really good. And obviously, any follow-up communication, whether, you know, when things are resolved or
Well, he
don't
follows
get
up,
resolved.
he follows up for his own self too, because he keeps a database, because there's so many balls in the air all the time.
Yeah.
He has to have some kind of structure. So he's not doing anything extra really.
Okay,
You know what I mean? He's doing this himself anyway. He's doing this for himself to know what's going on.
what's going on? And that, I just think that's perfect. That's great. Good. So I guess to be reflected in the minutes from this date forward, that'll be the routine standard operating procedure. The Board of Health will just be copied on emails and whatever, on communication coming out of the Department of Health. And that way we can keep informed. This will be terrific. All right.
Yeah, it's best to email individually, just so we don't have to think about whether we're doing, like if it's not, there's some things that you can all email because it doesn't matter, but so we don't have to really think about it. It's an individual response.
Yeah, and we're not talking about every communication like I was talking to Heather about. I mean, like, you come and always report like how the licenses are going, and I imagine you send out to people, it's time for your licenses. We don't
Exactly.
CC'd on that kind of stuff. We're talking about
No, anything.
things that are going on, you know, where there's a,
I'm just talking about your response back to these.
yeah,
It's better to keep it individual, even though there's probably a lot of things that doesn't have to be kept in open meeting law because it's
Yeah.
not decision-making
No.
on the board, it's informational.
Yeah.
But that way we don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
So you keep,
just as a matter of routine.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think the people receiving, I think it's good to see that the Board of Health is engaged and is part of the process.
Right.
I think that's a good thing to see, and that it's there. Great. I think that'll be terrific. All right. Well, like I said, this was going to be an extremely quick meeting.
Minutes.
Yep. That was the
I'm
last
so
agenda
excited.
item. Last
So
agenda
excited
item we
about
have.
that.
We have to approve. We have a copy of the draft minutes from the June 9th meeting. Does anybody, Susan, have any comments on those meetings?
No, thank you.
Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes as drafted?
Motion to approve the
I second. All in favor? Okay, the minutes as drafted of the June 9th, 2025 meeting are approved. And if there's no other business, do I hear a motion to adjourn this Board of Health meeting?
motion to adjourn.
I second. All in favor?
At 6:08.
At 6:08, I'm sorry, at 6:08. Extremely quick Board of Health meeting.